Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brandy and you're watching the Glam Belle, and today we are talking all about diffusing the hair. Okay, I get this question constantly. How do you diffuse your hair? And I've made a video on this a long time ago, but I definitely diffuse my hair a little bit different these days. So I'm gonna walk you through my process step by step and show you exactly how I diffuse my hair. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button down there and make sure to turn on the bell so that you don't miss any future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this video. First, I want to say thank you so much to Dossier for partnering with me on today's video. Listen, you guys, I am so forever thankful for the partners that I get on my channel. It is what helps me to continue to do what I do. And when I can find a company that I love and stand behind, it just makes it that much sweeter. So Dossier, I've partnered with them so many times in the past. You guys probably already know, but I am obsessed with this perfume company. They are a luxury inspired perfume company. You can get your same designer scents for a fraction of the cost. I love to save money. I love to smell good. I have so many perfumes from them now, and it's really all that I ever reach for. These scents last so well on the skin. You can literally get a scent for everything. So date night, they've got a scent for that. Daytime, they've got a scent for that. Workplace, they've got a scent for that. You can literally find pretty much everything. And something that I thought was really, really cool, one of my friends, I got into her car the other day and she was like, oh my gosh, what in the world are you wearing? What is that fragrance? It smells so good. And it was my favorite scent from Dossier. I'm gonna leave the name right here on the screen because you guys always ask me what is my favorite scent. But I got to talking to her about Dossier and she told me what perfume she uses every single day. And guess what perfume I got in the mail for this month? It was the same designer inspired fragrance that she wears on a day-to-day basis. And when I took it out and smelled it, it literally smelled like my BFF, y'all. You could not tell the difference between these two scents. So if you love designer fragrances and you are an avid perfume wearer, then I would highly recommend you going to their website, check it out, see if they have some of your faves. You can test it out. So when it comes with a little sample perfume that you can test out, and if you don't like it or it doesn't live up to your standards, you can send it back. But if you like it, then you can use that little sample, throw it in your purse, and then keep the big bottle for your house. This company, I stand behind 1000%. They're amazing. I love their fragrances, and I will continue to promote this brand on my channel because they're that good. Make sure to check the description box for all of the information for Dossier, and let's go ahead and start diffusing my hair. Of course, the first step is to make sure that you have clean, washed hair, and I go ahead and put all of my styling products in before diffusing. That kind of goes without saying, but hey, just in case someone was wondering, I do use the Dyson diffuser. You can use whatever diffuser you have. I use the Dyson dryer and the diffuser attachment that comes with it. To start out, I always like to hover over my root area until it's about 50% dry. My roots is what takes the longest to dry, so I like to just concentrate the air on that area first. I always do low speed and low heat, so that way I'm not gonna have any heat damage. It's not gonna blow my hair around. It's not gonna be too intense of an airflow. So I just hover that around my scalp, basically around the root area, until that area is about 50% dry. And you'll notice throughout this entire diffusing process, I always have my hair kind of hanging away from my scalp. This gives me the most volume for my hair. I have very thin curly hair, so I like to get as much volume as I can, and diffusing definitely helps me get more volume. Keeping my hair tilted so that it is falling away from the scalp is how I like to diffuse my hair from beginning to end. Then once my roots are pretty much about 50% dry, then I'll start to hit the rest of my hair. And at this point, the rest of my hair has already started to dry on its own without me even diffusing it. So you don't have that far to go as far as drying the strands of the hair. But I like to just gather chunks of the hair and put it in the diffuser and then press the diffuser up against my head. I don't press it all the way up against the head because the hair is still wet. You don't want to smash your curls and you don't want to cause frizz. So this is where you want to be as gentle as possible with the hair, especially while it's in that wet state because it's more fragile while it's wet. Hold it there for about 3 to 5 seconds and then I'll release it and then I'll go to another section, put another section in, do the same exact thing, hold it for a few seconds, release it. I don't ever keep the diffuser on one section for too long because I don't want that section getting too hot. So I just kind of do that all over, moving it around, moving my head around, again, keeping all of that hair away from the scalp so that I can get maximum volume. I also like to flip my head upside down, and that's kind of where I get the front of my hair as well as the back, kind of where the roots are as well. So I continue to do that all over the hair until my hair is about 60 to 70% dry. At that point, I'll turn off the diffuser and I'll start to kind of look at the hair to see if there's anywhere that has gotten really frizzy. Maybe it needs a little more product. I just kind of like observe what the hair is looking like. At this point, if you're seeing a lot of frizz or your hair is looking a little wonky, this is where you want to kind of go in with maybe a little extra product or even dampening it with some water and then putting a little extra product in. This is kind of where you can perfect the hair, if you will. But today I didn't really see anything that needed too much attention. But if there was any spots that needed a little extra product at this point, that is when I would add that to the hair. So then once I've observed and tried to figure out, do I need to add more product? What do I need to do with it? I go ahead and start to continue to dry the hair. You want to always dry your hair until it is 100% dry before you start really kind of messing with it too much with your hands because you don't want to cause frizz. So I just kind of leave my hands out of the game until my hair is almost completely dry. I'd say once my hair is probably 90 to 95% dry, the ends are usually already completely dry. It's usually the roots that take the longest. I will start to use the diffuser to scrunch the hair up, but also using my hands to scrunch out any of the cast that's on the hair. I know some people are like, no, don't do that, but I personally find that this works best. This is not something that I used to do in the past. I always waited until I had a little bit of oil in my hands to scrunch anything out, but I find that I almost get less frizz and it looks a little more fluffy when I start to scrunch out the cast while I'm diffusing my hair. But again, I wait until my hair is almost completely dry before doing that. At this point, once my hair is 100% dry, I turn off the diffuser, I get a little bit of hair oil, I will start to scrunch out any extra cast that's left, which I typically don't have any cast left in the hair, so the oil just kind of helps to seal in moisture and helps to give the hair a little extra shine. But I do like to have a little bit of that oil on my fingertips so that when I start to shake out the roots, it's not gonna look frizzy. It'll just kind of help my fingers to glide in at the scalp and I can really get in there and start to shake out the roots. Once I start to shake out the roots, it will start to break up some of those curl clumps that are around the root area, and then you will really see, is your hair 100% dry? Typically, I find that once I start shaking out the roots, I have some wetness left because the hair starts to clump at the roots while you're diffusing. So at that point, once I kind of shake out the hair a little bit, I'm very gentle with it. I will then go back in with the diffuser if I need to and continue to dry all around the roots until my hair is 100% dry. Once the hair is 100% dry, this is where you can really start to style your hair, part it where you want, figure out where you want it to fall, add a little bit of hairspray if you want, add barrettes, clips, headbands, whatever you want at that point. But you don't want to fool with your hair until it is 100% dry. I can't stress that enough. That's probably my biggest tip because you do not want your hair to end up frizzy. So wait until your hair is 100% dry before you go in and start manipulating the hair and styling it. This will save you in the long run. And there you have it, guys. That is exactly how I diffuse my hair. It's not rocket science. It's nothing that's too difficult or, you know, groundbreaking. But since I get this question a lot, I decided that I would go ahead and answer it and show you guys exactly how I do it. So I really do hope that this was helpful for you, and let me know in the comments if you diffuse your hair like this already, or is there some special way that you diffuse your hair? And yeah, I think that is it for this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Peace out.